So coming into the hall, to the Zoom hall, take some time settling. Entering the sense of communion with other people in the here and now, and with yourself in the here and now, not yourself as the story or the program. But yourself in the here and now, citta, direct, available. Because our conventional lives are often spread across this experience of time and becoming, going from this to that with something further in mind. It's such a common way of being, we never really question it. But it's actually all void of depth of presence, that we're smeared across time. The presence is captured by time. And sliding towards aging, death. It seems such an obvious and irrefutable reality. Reality of the citta is somewhat different. Reality of the heart is somewhat different. We never really become anything fully. It's just changing clothes. There's something about this practice which is a stripping back, a gentle peeling the layers of time and identity to something much more sensitive, often confused. Been in a long ride, a long strange ride. We come out jumbled into the here and now. Energy is strange, mind not able to really stay here and now. Yeah. This act of puja, praising, recollection, both in the meaning and the enactment, is a sign of citta, because these are expressions that gone on for millennia, and even more fundamentally, they're about more fully, measuring the path and even the reality of the citta, path to the here and now, and the reality of it. And the reality of it being something that's rather joyful, bright, resonant, sensitive, unencumbered by fear, oppression, obligation. Volunteer, voluntary, offering to awakening truth, the community of commitment and of value. Now, as much as I can say these things, you know, the reality of it always has to be up to you. And this is the limitation of language teaching. But it does offer an occasion that you can find your way in, just because here language, which has been taken, where we've had our voices, have been taken away from us by language. A voice is this amazing experience of producing sound and expressing truth, joy, aspiration, our ability to feel meaning and send it out, express it. It's kind of language, complicated language, sort of takes it away from us. We have future tense and past tense and imperatives and questions, and often what we're talking about is how to get by in samsara. And all the attitudes that get suffused, infiltrated, languages infiltrated with attitudes, success and judgments and innuendos and accusations and cynicism, rights and wrongs, moralizing, righteousness. And the truth of our voice is taken by this language. It's your voice. You might say, what's the language of aspiration? What's the voice of aspiration? The voice of aspiration. Yeah. Isn't it something like, rising? Not, oh, well, I've got to try harder to get the good results, and because if I don't, my life will be a failure. That's not the voice of aspiration. The voice of aspiration is new rises. It's got, and it's got no limit to it. The voice of compassion, what's that sound like to you? It's the voice of stability, a deep, grounded simplicity to it. And so this is why we chant, trying to bring our voice back into language and away from these little squiggles on sheets of paper. So, preparing yourself, if you'd like to participate. Somebody said, can you just chant in your heart? You can do. You can, but the important thing is you listen and take your time. And the beauty of chanting with your voice is the body tell you how fast you can go. If you want to chant, you've got to use your abdomen, your chest, your throat, your head. You can't. That means there's a measure to that. You can't just jabber. There's a fullness, and it's the breath. It can go faster or slower, but there's a range, and it always is stay embodied, and the sounds vibrate in your body, and the breath is carrying those sounds. The breath, the sounds are coloring the breath, your own breath. And it's amazing, you know. And you can hear it's like painting an image with sound. Bright image, steady, measured, collected. And there's a certain craft in that which sets the mind up for the craft, a bhavana of cultivation, steady, composed. It's your voice, your intelligence, your clarity, your goodwill that's being evolved, and finding it. And then, like with chanting, the end results in some way don't matter too much. You haven't got a great voice, doesn't matter. You know, it's not. We're not doing opera. It's not a show. The important thing is it's yours. That's what makes it sacred. It's not standard model. It's unique, even though we're saying the same things. The voice is the unique presentation of breath, resonance, and aspiration in the present. This is puja. And as we chant, and then we'll do this in start with Pali, just do a first section in Pali. This is called the dedication of offerings, the first section, I think page 1. And then we'll do the rest in English. The homage to the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, recollections of the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha. So you're also hearing some of the terminology, and letting those, run through. Dhamma, timeless, directly realizable, that which can be investigated each person for themselves. Back to you, Sangha. This is not a monastic order. This is a lineage of the heart. And setting up these are the values. Conduct, clarity, insight, purpose, directness. They're reminders. These are the framework of bhavana. So we'll puja, and then I think we'll practice in silence, and then conclude with the Buddha's words on loving kindness. We'll do that in English. So if you can find that one, have that one ready. Yeah. And then when we get to coming to the closing stages, we can take that as our exit, our recollection for the day, for the period. Buddha's words on loving kindness. So let's make the offerings. Sambodho Swakato Yena Bhagavata Dhammo Supatipanno Yasam Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Dhamayam Bhagavantam Sadhammam Sasangham Ime Zangare Yatarahanga Ropite Yavepojayama Satuno Mande Bhagava Sujira Parini Bhutopi Majima Janana Nugamba Manasa Ime Zanhare Dokatapana Karabonde Katigan Hatu Ham Ham Dikarantam Hitaya Sukhaya Araham Zamma Zambodho Bhagawa Bundam Bhagavantan Abhivati Wakado Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammam Namatsami Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Sangham Namami Namayam Buddhasa Bhagavato Abhupavakanamakkaram Namaste Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Now we'll go to the English. Now let us chant the recollection of the Buddha. A good word of the Blessed One's reputation has spread as follows. He, the Blessed One, is indeed the pure one, the perfectly enlightened one. He is impeccable in conduct and understanding, the accomplished one, the knower of the worlds. He trains perfectly those who wish to be trained. He is teacher of gods and humans. He is awake and holy. Now let us chant the recollection of the Dhamma. The Dhamma is well expounded by the Blessed One, apparent here and now, timeless, encouraging investigation, leading inwards, to be experienced individually by the wise. Now recollection of the Sangha. They are the Blessed One's disciples who have practiced well, who have practiced directly, who have practiced insightfully, those who practice with integrity. That is the four pairs, the 8 kinds of noble beings. These are the Blessed One's disciples. Such ones are worthy of gifts, worthy of hospitality, worthy of offerings, worthy of respect. They give occasion for incomparable goodness to arise in the world. Recollection. Reclaiming your capacity to reflect. Capacity to bring up something meaningful, put it into your heart, and experience the results. It's called vitaka vichara. Something that's suggestive, drop it into the heart, linger. This is education. It's not just cramming. It's like using words for their real purpose, which is to invite, not to indoctrinate. To invite the heart to listen and feel what seems appropriate. It's not a belief system. It's not an indoctrination. It's an invitation. Yeah. Awakening associated with impeccable conduct, the value, the meaning of ethics, Buddha, impeccable conduct. Okay, so you take that in. Trust, integrity, trust. Knows the ways of the mind, and steered it, accomplished, steered it to a good place, taken that citta and steered it to a good place, perfected, pure, no bias, no manipulation, no just sort of shrugging off, no fudging. This is human potential. Buddha is reminding us of our human potential. Dhamma sanditiko, directly apparent, not a matter of speculation, belief, but directly available, directly seeable. Santitiko means you're looking directly into experience. Experience is made of change, changing phenomena, stimulating, shifting, mesmerizing. And this timeless regard, looking into that. So one who cultivates the Dhamma is silent, witness the world of change. And that's where you're learning from. Learning what needs to be learned for the human journey. Learning about what's skillful, stressful, supportive of liberation. Learning from your own mind, heart, body. Sangha, the Buddha taught those who wish to be trained. So it's this volunteer. Train me, train me. Take me to places I haven't been. Get me to learn things I don't know yet. As you know, learning curves have a steepness to them. We fumble, we flounder, we don't know it yet. This is the Sangha. Welcome. But we keep going. We keep going. Gradually, that which has not been realized gets realized. But it's disorienting because we start off not knowing that much, just a little bit. You just got to keep, pushing that learning process, knowing how to learn. It's not instant. Knowing how to learn is composure, measure, balance of energy, not straining, not hanging back. Certain sense of something worthwhile here. Even in our mistakes, we think, learn something, I see that now. And the Buddha is saying it's great progress when you understand how you're getting it wrong. It's not you idiot. See, got it? That's where it goes. That's how it works. You're trying to find your way out of a riddle, out of a puzzle. So every time you feel, that's the bit I stick. Look at that insightfully. Not self complaining about yourself, but this is how the mind gets trapped, how it gets seduced, how it tries to escape, how it gets reactive. There's the buttons. Practice with integrity. Don't give up. So these are recollections that just help to frame up our meditation, our cultivation, not just in meditation, but the whole cultivation every day. How you're going to act, what you're going to put aside, what you're going to say no to, steadily, repeatedly. What you're going to say yes to, even if it's a little bit challenging. And how you can do that in a measured way in accordance with, I can do this much. I can let go of this much now. I can pick up this much now. knowing your measure, knowing your range. It's not, so it's up to everyone to find their range, find their measure. So let's take some time for silent practice, coming into the realm of the direct realm of body and mind, using your breathing to compose, get the balance measure, reining in the thinking mind, draw it back, turn it, to think little, listen a lot. What is this? How is this? How is this? What is breathing? How is it? What is body? Direct experience? Felt? How is this? Is it stable? Is it comfortable? How is this? What supports? This is my effort. This is what my energy is about now at this time. How is this? And how does this energy, this effort, how can I most usefully apply that? How is this? So we're measuring, finding our way. So, wherever you are now in your practice, in your citta cosmos, coming to a point when we're setting up an intention for the day or for the period, an intention to reflect upon that takes us into how we act and speak, how we engage. This is the Buddha's words on loving kindness, fundamental atmosphere, modality of engagement. Buddha's words on loving kindness. So if you'd like to take a moment or two to find your place there, those of you who'd like to participate. Now let us chant the Buddha's words on loving kindness. This is what should be done by one who is skilled in goodness and who knows the path of peace. Let them be able and upright, straightforward and gentle in speech, humble and not conceited, contented and easily satisfied, unburdened with duties, and frugal in their ways, peaceful and calm and wise and skillful, not proud and demanding in nature. Let them not do the slightest thing that the wise will later reprove, wishing in gladness and in safety. May all beings be at ease. Whatever living beings there may be, whether they are weak or strong, omitting none, the great or the mighty, medium, short or small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, those born and to be born, may all beings be at ease. Let none deceive another, nor despise any being in any state. Let none through anger or ill will wish harm upon another, even as a mother protects with her life her child, her only child. So with a boundless heart should one cherish all living beings, radiating kindness over the entire world, spreading upwards to the skies and downwards to the depths, outwards and unbounded, free from hatred and ill will, whether standing or walking, seated or lying down, free from drowsiness. One should sustain this recollection. This is said to be the sublime abiding. By not holding to false views, the pure-hearted one, having clarity of vision, being freed from all sense desires, is not born again into this world. closing homage. This is on page 14. It's in Pali and then in English. Samma sambuddho bhagava buddham bhagavantang abhivademi. Swagato bhagavatam dhammo dhammam namassami. Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho sanghang namami. The Lord, the perfectly enlightened and blessed one, I render homage to the Buddha, the blessed one. The teaching so completely explained by him, I bow to the Dhamma. The Blessed One's disciples who have practiced well, I bow to the Sangha. So we'll let people out of the room. Obviously you can stay there, but just the sense of loosening up the occasion. So doing what you need to do, and then we'll gather together into the group form in about an hour's time. Go well.